So last night I was playing with Buddy again, just doing silly things because he's not interested in doing missions. So we just usually do runs and discover new things and do fun stuff. And he happened to see this mimic on the roof. He called me up and he was like, check this out. And I was like, wow, I've never seen that before. We have now a new friend. Let's say hello to Mimic. Or whatever else we could call him. I don't really know. I don't know. Yeah, I had to really check out his rear too. I was kind of interested what's going on over there, but there was not really much going on. And we couldn't really figure out if he was he or she. If he was a he or she either. So, yeah. That guy didn't really talk much. And I couldn't really come up with a name for him, but for him, her, I don't know. But it was really cool actually to finally check out a mimic up close and personal without having to be in a hurry to get him down before he gets you down. So yeah, we had fun teasing him and yeah, let's say the least, we just had fun with him. So I never bother with the wall guns and the mystery boxes because I never have enough money to begin with, and so you know that's kind of like out of question for me. But my body was like, you know, I like to gamble, let's go and find out what I can get. And he tried a few times and all of a sudden he was like, oh my god, I actually found a special weapon, check this out. And it happened to be a Scorcher. I happen to have a Scorcher in my stash, which someone gave me a Scorcher case, but I never knew what to use it for. Then he showed me that you can actually fly in the air with it, and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. How about the ammo? How much ammo do you have? And he's like, well, it's like constantly reloading, and so he had his share of fun with it. And did a lot of tests with it because I wanted to know how this weapon works because I don't want to waste my Scorcher weapon case and then lose it because I don't know how to use it. So of course we had to try it out on bounty contracts. That was just a no-brainer, and so I said, hey, I'm not going to do anything if you just do it. Boom. It only took one shot to take that Mangler down. And of course we had to try that again with a mimic this time. Boom. That was a lot of fun. And again. Boom. Ha! That was now the Scorcher upgraded to tier 1. So we had then a bunch of fun here on the skyscraper where we did tier 2 pap. And I was like, I'm a little bit in a trouble here because I have a disciple that I can't take down for some reason. And he was like, don't you worry about it, I got you. And there he was with his Scorcher. Boom. This disciple was no longer. Unfortunately, time went by fast and we had to head to the exfil, but we were just kind of discussing that maybe the Scorcher would be a fun way to try to do the next mission that I have to do. And I found out I have to fight a worm, which would be a first for me. And I was thinking maybe it would go a lot faster taking out the worm with the Scorcher. The problem is only having to carry this heavy weapon through the whole scene until I actually get to the worm, so that might be quite risky. And I have never used the Scorcher, he only used it, so I don't really know how easy it is to handle, how hard it is to run with it, how slow it actually is, and all that stuff. So I decided, let me just go into the mission and do it like the normal way first, and then if I struggle, I can always go and try the Scorcher. Then my friend had to go to bed because he's overseas and I was ready to do the mission. I decided to go in with my Holger PAP 2 and the Bulgika tool, and it was absolutely no problem to get to this point. I didn't even use a single self-revive up to this point. But I had to leave the other building that I was finding shelter in and get some ammo, and that actually really cost me. So that's when I had to use my first self-revive. But I was like, that's okay, we're almost done here, not a big deal, I just have to be careful. But, you know, I was just kind of antsy to get it done, so I was like, I'm so close right now, let's just get a few shots in, because I had a hard time getting shots into him because I was constantly bothered by zombies, so I had to take out zombies most of the time, besides shooting at the worm, and also those purple balls, as you know if you've done the mission. They're such a pain, so of course I went down again. I couldn't find any plates for a little while. I was even purchasing plates earlier at the buy station, but I was like, I am so close, I have that, not a problem. I just have to be careful here now that I don't go down again. And yeah, I had no ammo, so I knew I had to kind of go and get ammo, because that was really tricky. But at the other hand, the worm was right there, so I tried to just kind of go over to this ammo station here real quick, and he shot at me, so I was like, oh no, I gotta be careful. I have no plates and no ammo, but that's not a good situation at all. Thank God I had my swords, so I could defend myself a little bit, but it was not an ideal situation. And so I had some ammo here from a zombie that I shot, but I couldn't reload because the zombies constantly bothered me, and not having plates made this pretty tricky because I was very vulnerable at this point. But I was so desperate to get ammo, but every time I tried, they just kept bugging me, and I just knew at this point that it was kind of a lost cause, and it was. And at this point, it dawned on me. I was like, oh man, I can't just easily come back and do the worm. I have to do everything again, the pre-run, and then this thing with the mercenaries and everything. And so I was a little bummed, but it's okay. This is definitely a lot easier than the infested stronghold in the right zone. So I'll get that done. It's not a problem. It's just having to redo everything that's bothering me. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, take care, bye bye.